Welcome everyone to this video. In this video, we'll be looking at retouching and smoothing skin in Photoshop. So let's just dive into the Photoshop world. So first we'll be doing retouching because we have to remove the parts that cannot be smoothened out. So for that, I'm going to be using the spot healing brush tool. And to increase or decrease the size, I'm going to be using the left and the right square bracket keys just like the brush tool. And you may think, how does this work? So you just hover the brush on the something that you want to remove and just click once and see, just like magic, it is removed. And now I'm gonna do this in a bunch of places. So like this, here, and I'm also going to be tending to this part because this part is a little bit dark. So I'm going to be using the dodge tool, and what it does, that it lightens up the part of the image where we are painting on it. So here you can see I'm just painting on this part and this part, and this part's brightness has increased. Here you can see I think I overdid it here a little bit, so I'm going to do it again just here. Perfect. So now we can start with smoothing the skin, and to do that we're gonna be selecting this layer. Let's duplicate this layer, and now let's change its blending mode to vivid light just like this. And now we're gonna be inverting our layer by Control I like this, and then we'll go to filter, other, and then high pass, and we'll keep the value to about 15 to 20, and I know that 15 works just fine, so we'll just keep it to 15 or maybe 16 like this. Let's say okay. And now we're gonna put some Gaussian blur, so let's go to filter, blur, and Gaussian blur. So we can put Gaussian blur to about 2 to 3 pixels, and I think 2 works just fine for this image. So let's say okay. And now we'll make a mask and invert it and paint over the parts where you want the smoothened skin to be. And we know that black means in layer mask, white means to add and black means to subtract. So I'm gonna make sure that my foreground color is white, and then let's start painting. So I'm gonna speed up this process. So I think this process is done. And to make it a little bit more realistic, we're gonna reduce the opacity to about, let's say, 65%. And here you can see this is looking very realistic. We have maintained the skin texture, so no one can say this is fake. And this also looks very nice. And here you can see if I turn off this layer, you can see we have made a huge difference. So this was it for this video, and I'll meet you in the next video.